Alright, the current state of my home today. This bench right here we used as a parkour course in my living room onto the ottoman. Maxine got a dog bone here on my ottoman. I think that's a popsicle stick on my couch. Why is there a popsicle stick on my couch? Alright, the best view when you're walking into your kitchen, stuff everywhere. Half-eaten cookie, toys, gifts, the box of granola bars from church on Sunday morning, dishes, 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 dishes. Yes, pizza from Sunday night dinner. Lots of mess going on. Oh, huge disaster today. Great day today. Today is Monday. Happy Monday morning to you. I feel like my camera's tilted. I hope your day is going well. Typically I like to clean up this background over here. I shut the cupboard over there. There's stuff everywhere. There's stuff everywhere. When there's stuff everywhere, either we had a really bad weekend, which not usually, or we had a really good weekend. So it was the latter. We had a really good weekend this weekend. And so the reason why my house looks like this is because we didn't do anything yesterday. I literally took the Bible verse where it says, "Thou shalt rest." I did. We did. We got up, went to church. I still have the box, so I didn't even do breakfast for my kids. I know, I'm such the best mommy. I pulled out granola bars and I was like, granola bars and fruit, kids. So we got up, we had that, went to church, and then afterwards, Greg's like, well, let's grab some pizza. And I was like, oh, sure. So we got pizza. We came home and ate that. Someone gave us some cookies, a friend, and so we had some Christmas cookies, which were so good, by the way. There was macaroons, and they were like with an eggnog buttercream frosting. It was so good. And so we did that, and then I went over on that couch over there and took a nice rest. I rested. I laid down it was in and out of sleep because, you know, the dog was barking and the kids were in and out of the house. But Greg's like, why don't you go lay in the bed and room? And I'm like, it's okay. I don't really need to sleep. I just want to lay and rest. And so I did that. It was beautiful. It was a wonderful day of doing absolutely nothing. And we got up and I was like, there was enough leftovers for dinner. There's a lot of leftovers inside the refrigerator, so we had that. And then we ended up watching the movie last night. We started watching the movies The Chosen. A lot of you told me to watch that. That's really good. We started watching this last week with our friends, and I was like, wow, that's really good. So our kids are like, we want to watch it. Can we watch another episode? So we've been trying to space it out a little bit, but last night we watched 2 of them, so it was just good. It was really good. Came up and I was like, okay, time for bed. So Greg started cleaning up the kitchen. I'm like, oh no. And the kids were like, load the dishwasher. I'm like, no. I said, this makes a great video, kids. They're like, what? I said, well, you guys will look like the kids that don't pick up your mess, and I'll look like the mom that doesn't do anything. I said, but that's okay because it makes a good cleaning video. So this mess could have been put away last night, but I said, no, leave it. So my family does pick up. I just told them not to last night, and it was good. And we all went to bed, and I was in bed by 9 o'clock. I think by 9:15, 9:20, I was out sleeping. So good night sleep. It's good to do that and wake up today. I'm like, all right, I've got my list going today. I've got a nice list that I have to get done, and I'm like, I can do this. I can get all this done in a day. It's going to be a busy Monday, but thankful for those days. Aren't you glad that you have a home to clean? Whatever your home may be, aren't you thankful that you've got dishes to wash? You know what that means? You know what the sink means right here? That sink, see all those dishes? That's a lot of dishes. That's a lot of dishes. But you know what that means? That means that I have food that I can feed my family with, and my family is well fed. That's what that means right there. That's a good thing. When I have pizza boxes here, it means that we can eat pizza because a lot of the world doesn't even have that much to eat, right? So thankful for that pizza. When I see my granola bars and I think, you know what, we were able to grab a quick breakfast and go to church. A lot of people can't even go to church right now. So thankful that I can get up and take my family to church to worship. Those little blessings. So when you see a big mess in your house, go, oh, thankful I was able to buy those groceries. Thankful my family is able to eat and they're not hungry. thankful I have to wash the 100 loads of laundry, which I don't think I have that much laundry. That is one thing I did this weekend, was a lot of laundry. So I think our laundry is going to be very minimal today. So that's a positive for a Monday, but you got to look at those positives in your life. Sometimes it's easy to look at the problems. It's easy for me to wake up and come out here and go, look at this pigsty. True? And everything. Or I can come out and go, wow, I have an opportunity. Thankful that I was able to pick this up, put it away. I have a dishwasher. I can put that in my dishwasher. I could wash those by hand, and it does go fast. Put them in the dishwasher. Get that dishwasher rolling. Guess what? My family's going to be fed again today, right? Those are all good things to look at. So we are going to have a great day today. We're going to take our little day moment by moment and just get things done. Does that sound like a good day? All right, when you have a huge mess, like I don't usually have huge, like people do those whole house disaster clean with me. My house doesn't ever get a huge disaster where it's so unbearable, but it does get messy. So what do you do when you have a house that's hugely disaster? You start with like the biggest thing to be clean. Like in your bedroom, got a big giant messy bedroom, make your bed. It'll make all the difference. If you just make your bed, your room looks like 85% done. So when you come to your kitchen, because I'm going to be doing mostly my living areas today, when I come to my kitchen, the biggest mess you see when you look is the dishes. The dishes everywhere, you know, in this leftover salsa and pizza and all that too, but majority is the dishes. If I just put the dishes away and get those washing, that's gonna clean up this kitchen a whole lot. So when you got a big mess to tackle, do the largest thing first. So mine's gonna be dishes. And then when you get a big mess, you know what? Get your earbuds in. I'm very thankful. This is MPOW. This is not sponsored. MPOW earbuds. I told you guys about these. I was so excited because these are super cheap. I think they're $21. A lot of you have told me they're just upgrading and getting a newer one, but these are awesome. And so I'm very thankful a lot of you were able to get them and you were telling me how good they are. So I love them. I've been using them for years and they are great quality. Like they talk about, I guess the name brand ones you put in, you don't hear anything. I feel like I don't have the name brand ones, but these, you just put those in the ear, you can't hear anything. They're like good noise canceling earbuds. But I have these linked below. A lot of you asked about these. They're like right now, I just looked this weekend, they're like $21, I think $22. Amazing, amazing. Like I said, I've been using these for years, and I'm like, they had these ones, I'm like, I just upgraded my little earbud I had because these last longer for battery life. But awesome. You want to save yourself money. If they had made them white, they would look like the cool name brand ones, but who cares? Let's go black. I even think they have a rose gold one. I think they do have a rose gold one, but it's a little bit more. Not a big deal. So get yourself some good, either a good sermon to listen to, something to motivate you. Sometimes, I'm going to mine right now, sometimes when you have a lot to do or just stuff that you just like, how am I going to get through this? Get yourself some inspiration. Like if you're in a good, going through like a time in your life where, I'm gonna take this out so I can hear myself talking, a time in your life where you just need that motivation to be reminded of, you know, what God is doing in your life, get yourself a sermon. There, you can just type in some names with Bible sermon, you'll find something. Listen, get that inside of you. The reason why it's good to re-listen to a sermon, you know, instead of just doing it one time, is to get that word deep inside of you so that you hear it over. The faith comes by hearing what? Hearing the word of the Lord over and over, and getting it so well that you're like, all right, I get this. I do understand this. Repetition is a good thing for that. So do that, or get yourself, I'm going to do today, I have a nice list of all my favorite worship songs. I have it on here. I have it linked on my main channel, like my name. If you click on my little picture, I hope I'm doing this right, my little picture, click on it, it'll take you to my main main channel page, has my videos, playlist, all that. Click on my playlist and it'll say my favorites. That's all my songs that I listen to. Now I have a lot in here. There's like 225 videos. This is like, some people make a new one every single month. No, I've been listening to this same one since I've had my phone, which has been not just this one, but like YouTube, long time ago. And I keep it, so at the bottom of the list might be songs that, like at the bottom of the list are songs that I remember adding when we moved to this house. I go through seasons in life just like everybody else, and so the bottom of my list, when I look at those songs, I'm like, wow, that was, I think we've been here 4 years, 3-4 years, isn't that terrible? 4 years in this house. And I go, I remember hearing those songs because they spoke a lot to me about that time in my life. And so the end of the list would be more of that. So as it goes through, we add more. There's fun ones in there. They're all Christian songs, ones that maybe my kids just listen to in the car with me, like there'll be Skillet and stuff, and that would be ones that Jaden and I listen to when we're walking. And then the more recent ones, I mostly listen to the first few songs because I like to repeat a song over and over and over. And when the Lord speaks to me a song, or I hear one at church, then I'll add it to my list. And so I just added a song, As You Find Me. This is one, I have it lower in my list. And so it was one of those things that you just woke up. I woke up one day thinking about it, and I was like, that is a great song. So it's lower on my list, so I just added it to the top because it's something that the Lord is speaking to me like personally right now. And so I like to replay that over and over and over to think about those words. And that song, As You Find Me, it's a good thing. It's like the Lord is not going to leave you. He's going to take care of you and get you through everything in your life. And it's just one of those things. So get that in your noise, get that in your noise, get that in your mind, listening to it over and over. Don't listen to sad worldly songs. Those are okay, they're fun. But the woe is me songs, they just get you thinking on your problems. They get you thinking on, you're right, this is that, this is my family, my, you know, life is no good, my marriage is no good, I've got nothing, I got this, and drain my sorrows. That's all that does. Get yourself something that points you to like hope and something like of good value for your life. That's my recommendation. So I'm going to put mine in right now. I'm going to put my first song on, and I'm going to start cleaning up this area. So are you ready for a good motivational Monday? All right, let's go have a great day. Let's go clean these dishes. All right, I got one corner of my kitchen clean. That makes you feel a whole lot better. All the dishes that I see right now are in here in the sink. So there's not that much in the sink, even though it's a whole sink. Much better than 2 whole sinks. So I'm gonna wash these up real quick and get these over here to dry. So that way, when the kids get up, they can put all these wonderful dishes away. I tell my kids when they're washing their dishes, especially glasses, I said you have to think of where the food is at and where the people's mouth touch that. So on the cups, I always say make sure you wash around the rim really good and inside to get, like, especially if there's milk and stuff in there. And I said, so where obviously where they touch with their mouth, bowls, the inside. Sometimes if your plastic is slimy, when, you know, just from the grease, use a little bit of dish soap that's a degreaser. Just squirt in there, wipe around. It should remove that real easily for you. So normally I just stack it really high here, but I'm learning that I have younger girls putting away dishes, and it's a whole lot safer to just spread it out over a few towels than one. I have to put towels away, that's why there's no other pad. But that didn't take very long at all, and now all my dishes that I see in the kitchen here are done. So now I'm gonna move on and keep moving around the kitchen. Best thing to do is work in a clockwise pattern around your kitchen. So I'm just gonna keep working here. Like if it was a clock and my sink was 12 o'clock and I'm moving like to 1 by my dishes, 2 to my pantry, wipe and then open it up real quick and do a quick pickup in my pantry because we did throw a lot of stuff in here. All right, I am loving my Keurig. Remember I was telling you guys, I wasn't sure, like I like a pot of coffee, and when I was making my coffee here, let me pour this in. I got one of these on Amazon. My kids have been filling up the dog and cat water like that are outside, so they always take my ceramic one that I have. I was using it for decoration, and I'm like, I need to get a plastic pitcher. So I got, like at a restaurant, think it was $10 on Amazon. So just easy to fill up with hot water and pour it to the dog or cat food water, cat water bowl. So and it works good for filling up coffee. So I have the compact one. Greg actually, he's like, well, and it's okay for just me using it, but if like we're having a lot of coffee, we're having people over, you gotta constantly refill that back thing. He goes, well, I didn't want to buy the big one unless you loved having it, but I do enjoy having it. And what I love about it is these things. Now we have all these. These are the ones up here. These are hot cocoa. But what I realize is I don't like regular coffee. I like a dark roast coffee. So usually when I make my pot, I always add way more scoops, and Greg always puts more water in it. So I just realized I like a dark roast. So I took these and I just put regular coffee in it, and then it did not, like, it just made really watery coffee. And so a lot of you shared to use dark coffee. And so I have the Starbucks one here. It's a real fine one. I can't remember the name. I think it's Sumatra. I think it's the same one as Sumatra here. But I put in here. I love it. I absolutely love it. So I just fill these up, put them up here on my counter. I think I have 5 because I gave one to Greg, and love it. So Greg got me this one, and then he's going to take the other one to work. So he has one. These don't come down way in price because I got him one last year and just bought like the cheapy version of it because I didn't really know like what, and it was like $40, and it's just a cheap one. Well, the regular compact one was like $40, $50, and so not bad. They definitely come down in price. So, but a viewer, you guys tell me about coffee. So this is from Michelle Wilder. She says, a little gift to say thank you. I've been watching your videos for a while now. I watch your video every morning while I drink my coffee. You said you like a dark roast coffee. This is my hubby's favorite. Enjoy. So she got me Sumatra coffee. So I saw this at the discount store, but it was all the beans of it, and so I was like, oh, I have to grind it, which, so you guys said I can do it in a food processor. Did not know that, or take it into Starbucks and they'll grind it. Hello. So now I know, but I'm very thankful. Thank you very much, Michelle. I'm going to be using this for sure in my coffee because I'm liking the dark roast coffee. But yes, this is working good. Just fill these up. I got these on Amazon and put them in here. It's working because I do like 2 cups a day, and it just works. So all right, let me fill these up, set them up here, get them ready for the next few days. I'm almost afraid to look in my microwave because we've had beans and ham. Those explode. Oh yeah. Nasty. I think my family knows how to cover food, but you know, sometimes it doesn't happen, so probably the littler ones. So that's beans all in there. So I'm just gonna spray it with vinegar, let it sit while I continue wiping other stuff. If you've ever got a big job in your microwave, just spray it with some vinegar and let it sit. You can also do that trick where you put the measuring cup in there with some baking soda and water and let it boil. I'm just gonna spray it and let it sit because it hasn't been in there too long, just the last couple days. While I'm waiting, I'll do these bananas. I got some bananas this weekend, so I'm gonna separate them so the kids don't pull them and have them, you know, peel the whole bunch. Just stick them in here for the week. Now I've got these from last week, and they're already kind of brown since we have all these fresh ones. We won't eat these. You can just put these in the freezer directly. Then when you want to use them, you can peel them with a knife, kind of like how you peel a potato, and it works fine. But I have Tupperware, these little plastic containers, not Tupperware. So I'm just gonna squeeze the banana in there and put them in the freezer. We will use them for smoothies or for baking. They definitely don't go to waste. So I just put them in the freezer. Someone will use it. Good. We've got bananas in the freezer. All right, you know that I need to deep clean this stove here. Like looking, I'm like, okay, just get the crumbs off. I know that I have to do a deep clean on here. I've been doing it for a few weeks, but it is on my monthly cleaning rotation. So next week I'll actually tackle this. So when you set up a cleaning plan, it's so good to do that and focus on different areas, different weeks. That way you're not going, oh gosh, I have to clean this. Otherwise I'd be spending my time cleaning this, and then I'd be looking at everything else and just getting all turned in circles. So stay focused. Know that, hey, this is gonna get done the next week. Just wipe it off really good. Since there has been food sitting on my countertops all night and it hasn't been washed off, I am going to spray it with my vinegar water solution. You don't have to do this. You can just use your microfiber cloth, but I'm going to spray it and just wipe off. Just give it an extra clean. Now I'm just going to spray my sink down just with a little bit of vinegar, just to even the nozzle, because kids touch that all the time getting drinks out of it. So we're just going to spray this, do a quick wipe on here, and just make it clean. I'm going to fill up my soap as well. I like to take the soap container, fill up with hot water, shake it. I will have to do dishes when they have breakfast, and then that way I can just use that soap, so I use up every last bit in the bottle. All right, we're getting done in the kitchen, getting my list marked off. I'm like, okay, just having the kitchen clean makes a huge difference. The rest of the house is not that bad. The kitchen was the worst, and so I had these set aside. Do you guys remember small businesses when they would give you a calendar because you were their customer? It doesn't happen very often. Like, I remember my parents getting a ton of calendars growing up from their local businesses that they supported. So this year, like, I've never had that, and I know our local gas station, they gave us calendars. My propane company came and gave us calendars, and it has like their name on the bottom and just a calendar for the year. But I just was thinking about it, I'm like, not many people do this anymore, so pretty cool to have your small businesses, especially local, to support you. So very cool. All right, I'm gonna go put my calendar somewhere. Let's go clean up the dining room. Only once a week do I take everything off the floor, like the benches and the bar stools and the chairs, and run the vacuums underneath. If I have like little kids that were crawling, I would have to do this more often, but we don't usually make as much crumbs on the floor as they used to when they were little. Before, it was like every meal basically sweep the floor, but now I can just put everything up once a week and do a good sweep with the vacuums, wash it, and that's it. And during the week, sometimes we use the stick vacuum and just vacuum up the little crumbs that we see. And I don't always show it, but afterwards, I will wipe off the counters after I put. People are like, oh, you're putting the chairs on the table where you eat. We wipe it afterwards. It's just the easiest way to get everything off the floor. All right, now that the dining room is done, let's keep moving in our clock pattern towards the living room. I remember the days of little kids where there used to be so many toys left over in the living room. Now I have like 3 or 4 things to pick up, not a whole lot. So mamas who have kids and mess all the time with toys, it does get better. It helps to have a little basket out here, something that you can just put all their toys into. And even like if you just had some in the living room and just had some in the room. But taking a basket and then taking it to the room and dropping it off, that's an easy way to pick up. But we're getting better. It's all those little victories, like no more having to brush their teeth, no more having to take a stroller, no more diapers, you know. Then it's pretty soon it's no more picking up their toys, for the most part, because, you know, they do that on their own. All the little things. Let's continue straightening. And these extra blankets, these are ones that are just more like spring and fall. I have a basket in my bedroom, that's where I'm gonna put those, but we just had them out here because we were using them. So those will get put into another basket. My floors are finally all picked up. Yes, time to run the vacuums, and I can go work on little stuff like the bathrooms. I don't know if that's little, but a lot littler than the kitchen. Bathrooms, oh my goodness, you feel like cleaning your bathroom, it can be like something that just you do not want to do each day. This is probably my least favorite area to clean, but I just know if I clean it once, I will be good to go. So I'm just wiping out my sinks here really good, especially around like the faucets, you know, the water buildup gets in there and bacteria, all that good stuff. So you want to clean. In my shaker bottle here, inside here is actually a homemade scouring powder, and used it a long time ago, all the time in my marriage. And so I will share that with you this week, how I make it. But just another way that you can clean your bathroom for cheap, because it works, it smells good, and it does the job, and that's what you want. You want to be able to save some money. If you can save on the things that are important to you, if you want to buy the expensive cleaners, go ahead. Nothing wrong with that. Just like if you want to buy the expensive house or the expensive car or the, you know, clothes or the food or whatever, you got to choose what works best for your family. So we pick and choose. You know, people are always like, how can you afford 10 kids? Well, we just choose to do things differently in other areas where some people wouldn't even think to do that. And so we've always made homemade cleaners. I've always done everything with real basic things, and then never introduced to the world of, you know, things that you can buy and they cost a little bit more, but I'm like, oh, okay, I see how that works. Good things, great things to use. And I'm like, but you can also do it on the cheap, inexpensive ways. And so I will be using my cleaner this week. I've used it for the last few weeks to just let you know that, hey, yeah, it works. There's some things that don't work, and I'll share that with you this week as well. There's a lot of homemade stuff you can make that just does not work at all. And so get those little truths out there. Hey, this works, this doesn't. Because you can watch a whole lot of videos and they look like good cleaners, and then you make them and you're like, these are not good. So I will share that with you this week, a little bit later on this week. But for now, I use my homemade cleaner, clean up my tub with my Norwex cloth. It works, it cleans, it's quick. I had my handy trusty cup out of my bathroom. Remember, I was gonna use it for laundry, mixing up soap. I use this thing all the time. So I'm gonna have to get a different container for the laundry, but this has gotta stay in here. I'm using the same scouring stuff in my toilet and scrub it out, clean it out, and then I like to clean with vinegar. I've been using vinegar for a long time, always have. I went through a chemical phase for a while, and then I realized, what am I doing? My baby is licking that, you know, not in the toilet obviously, but baby was licking the floor, and so I'm like, I can't do this. And so thus went to vinegar. It smells, you might have a little vinegary smells. Put some essential oils in there. It takes away, like lemon, orange, overpower it really well. You don't have to worry about it. So we're just gonna clean this off real good. And if you have hair like I do on my head, hair falls out, it does, and hair gets all over the floor. I find hair everywhere, and especially with all the girls in the household, even doing dishes this morning, there's all these hairs in this cloth. I'm like, yuck. Good fun. But when you're wiping up floors, if you don't sweep it every day like I haven't for a few days in here, make sure that when you're wiping with your cloth, you use your hand to kind of scoop up the hair, and so that you're not just flinging it back and forth, spreading it out. Especially when you're wiping things off like a countertop. Pick up the dirt in your hand, then squeeze it together, fold the cloth over, and use another corner. So this will get it really clean. All the hair is picked up, good to go. Last thing I'm gonna do is put the towels up. I'm gonna take out my vinegar spray bottle so I can fill it up because it's almost gone out of here. And grab the towels, because there is a little bit of laundry, not much. And yes, I know those towels don't match. They were the only two in my cabinet. I will put them out, hang them up. Trust me, they will get used today. All right, let's go into the bedroom. Greg and I went to Big Lots this last week, and I found this print, and I like that. This is us, our life, our story, our home. Probably, yes, could be, like, I just knocked my and sign down, in like a living room, but I'm like, I like this, and it was really inexpensive. Big Lots is awesome for like wall hangings. If you can't afford like Hobby Lobby, Home Goods, even though those things are kind of cheaper, This was super cheap. I want to say it was like under like 20 bucks for this, and it's really nice. So I'm debating, replace my G&A, I know it fell down there, and put that above the bed there, just to see. Because this is us, this is our life, this is our story. Our story, where it all began here. No, I'm just kidding. That's kind of too much, Amy, and this is our home. So I just like that. I just think that looks a little bit nicer. So I might put that up. We'll see. See how much I get done today. So, and I've got these pillows here in my bed. We had guest stay, so I have to put those. I've cleaned them, so now I need to put those back in their bags. I got Maxine's stairs here. Awesome. Greatest thing I ever bought. Could have bought these way back in the day. Probably would have saved the poor puppy from jumping. So they didn't have gray. This was like 20 bucks on Amazon. But it works. It does what it needs to do. So I kind of was thinking, well, let me see how it does in here, and then I'll get one for the living room. She loves it. She jumps right up there. Yesterday it was moved away from my bed, and she went up and stood at the top and just leaped to the bed. I'm like, go puppy. So greatest thing ever for a little dog. So like 20 bucks, Amazon. My kids like to climb on it. I'm like, kids, dog thing. So great little thing. So I'd like to see if they have gray to match in here better, but I put it in here and I take it in the living room for her as well. So, all right, I'm gonna get the vacuum rolling in here. I still use my neck pillow over there. I've been using that at night because my neck has been a little sore. It's amazing. You get older, you know, you do it. I was cleaning my tub last week and I was filming and I totally like slipped. I had to laugh because I had it on film and I was like, oh, that would have been awesome. And so didn't fall all the way, but caught myself. And then, yeah, that just made my neck go, oh, back into like, be careful mode. And so it's just been a little sore this week, and I'm doing new software on my computer. When you're sitting at a desk all day long doing that, that'll do it to you. So I just need to take the precautions. So I'm back to sleeping with my little neck pillow. Love it. It works good. I love fluffy pillows, but I've been learning to utilize that and do it when I need to. And it does make me wake up and not have any soreness. So, all right, let's get this done, get the vacuum going in here. Room is good to go. Okay, good thing is we don't have that much laundry. I just threw one load in. I have 3 loads, which people are like, oh, that's a lot of laundry. But that's not much for our household for a Monday. So I have been doing their laundry all weekend, so there's a whole lot for them to put away, but not bad. 3 loads included. It's like mine, and I put one of the boys in, and then just some towels. So not bad for a Monday. Now I'm just getting, it's like so zoomed. I'm just putting this up here because I want to be able to shut this so I can wash this floor. I did find a skinny basket. Remember, I was looking for something for my towels because we have the big giant white one, and these turquoise ones fit all the way across without falling on you. They fit all the way across, and then that white one fits over there. So yes, eventually these turquoise ones bust, which they don't because they're super heavy. It'd be great to get all of those to match, but we're not about matching all the time, just what works. So that'll be good. That'll replace my long one that I usually set up here because it takes up space, and we got towels. It's on the floor right now with towels in it to be washed. So, all right, we're gonna shut this, go on to cleaning my other bathroom. All right, this is the boys' bathroom. It'll be real quick cleaning here because it's not that bad, even for a boys' bathroom. So I'm gonna use the same scouring powder in the sink, toilet, and tub. The difference between chemical cleaners and homemade cleaners is that you don't see all the frills and the bubbles and the colors that look so satisfying. You watch these people cleaning their bathrooms and their kitchens, and you see all the blue colors and orange colors, and it just looks so pretty, and it's very sudsy, but bubbles don't do anything for you, and neither do colors, dyes. Even scents don't do anything for you. They just scent the air and cover it up. So you want something that's gonna remove the yuck off there, get the bacteria off, and clean. So if you can get over the whole bells and whistles of how pretty it looks when you clean it, then you can go to some homemade cleaners here. All right, I found in this bathroom that little boys like to use a towel just to wipe their mouth off when they're brushing their teeth. So if I just put a little washcloth up there, they'll use that instead of the towel hanging up. Now if I have guests coming, yes, put the nice towels out, do all that, but this is good because they just grab it and wipe their face on or their hands real quick. So it's a lot easier to wash a couple small washcloths than a whole bunch of towels each day, I mean. All right, made it back to the kitchen. All the cleaning is done mostly in the house. I was gonna wipe the floors. That'll be something I'll do right now. The vacuum's almost finished up, and so I thought, get there. You get there, you just do what you can do. Sometimes it takes longer if you have a big giant mess. If I didn't do anything all like yesterday, of course my day today is gonna be a whole lot bigger, so that's okay. But the cleaning part for me is mostly done. I'm gonna just start drinking my water. I was gonna grab a cup of coffee. I'm like, no, water. Like, you're feeling sluggish, you're feeling tired. Now, like, yes, life gets you down. Life can be busy, especially sitting at home all day long. Everybody is. It's easy to forget, like, your water intake. And I used to always drink half my body weight in ounces, and so my water bottles were very much marked. Well, I have this, and I did not know how much water this actually holds with the ice. And so last night, I actually measured it out. Hello. So I did that, and then I know people are doing like the whole drink a gallon of water a day, and that's a great thing. Nothing wrong with too much water in your body. Not too much, it just comes out. You just take it out of your body. So I'm going to try to make sure that I do that, because I do get tired. It's life, happens. I'm not doing everything perfect. No, I don't do everything perfect at all. I'm a human being, and it gets easy to forget. And so I just was like, all right, let me start thinking about water. I used to set up, especially when I did a lot of my weight loss, I would set up, okay, drink 2 of these before I eat my lunch, or drink 2 of these before I had my lunch, or 2 in the afternoon before I had a coffee, or, you know, set up those triggers so that you remember to do it. And so I'm like, Lauren got me the daily planner, little papers, which is awesome, and it has a little thing of water on here. So I measured this out last night. This is, when I put ice in here, it's just 2 cups of water. So if you drink 1 of these, it's like a quart. It's a quart. Is that a quart? No. 2 of these filled up is a quart, like a quart, like that you would drink. So, because 4 cups is a quart. So I figured if I drink 8 of these today, that's like a gallon of water. But you gotta start, because you do not want to be sucking down a gallon of water at 7 o'clock at night. You will be in the bathroom all night. So I just filled up. I'm almost actually done. I colored in my little hydration thing on here, you know, a little too soon. So I need to finish drinking this, which will just take me a second. As soon as I pause this, I will down this, and then I like to eat. I have been taking some supplements I have endometriosis, and back in the day I'll do a whole video on it one day. Like the doctor told me, either get pregnant, go on hormone therapy, have a hysterectomy. I was like, okay. So we chose the route of having kids, and, you know, been great and fine with all that. So as I'm getting older, haven't had any issues for a long time. Well, this year has been a whole different change of how I'm feeling. So I've been taking a lot of different supplements, and I'll share those to try and do some things on my own that can help. So one of those things is taking one of my a supplement you can't eat. So I usually take it right in the morning, and then about 2 hours later I will eat. So it's been well over 2 hours later. So I'm gonna actually grab a banana today. Just not feeling super hungry today. Sometimes I make eggs. I like eggs. That's a good easy thing. I put it like with the everything bagel topping. Delicious on a piece of toast, or, you know, cups of hash, whatever. I'll eat something. I'm just not a huge breakfast eater. Smoothies are okay. Wintertime, I just don't feel like eating smoothies at all. Like, at all. I feel like it's freezing, and that's the last thing I want to do is make a smoothie. So smoothies are out for me. But I will have a banana right now. So I'm going to make sure I eat this, eating something, and then I'm going to drink the rest of my water really quick, and then I think I'm going to get my mop out and mop up the floor. So, all right, let's keep going and moving. We're going to get this day going good. Okay, my next one. Now I know that I'll drink this, hopefully a few more before lunch for sure. My favorite. All right, banana. I'm gonna eat this up, and then I'm gonna go get my mop out so we can do the floors, because the kids will be coming up getting breakfast. So let's go do that. All right, when I do my floors, I use my mop and I just get it wet. And then since I have a couple little spray bottles here, just have a little bit of vinegar, I'm just gonna pour this on the floor. It's fine, put your mop over top of it to wipe it up, then I'm just gonna smear that on my floor to clean my floors. Now you watch these YouTubers, you know, me too, and you see them with their lights all on their house. Guess what? Shut those lights off in your house. That's gonna save you a whole lot of money. So that's something I go through when I'm not in a room. Shut the light off. If I'm filming, I have the lights on, but typical day, the lights are off in the house because guess what? This saves money. So if I didn't have lights on, you'd be like, Amy, it's so dark in there. So turn those lights on, even though you see them with their lamps on and everything all illuminated. That is not how your house should be looking all day long. It's just gonna cost you more money. It's just so you can see that. So, all right, floors are done. It's actually dry here. I will actually put the chairs down and that'll be done, like done my stuff, which is good. So laundry's almost there. It's a little bit still wet. So I will change it out in just a few minutes. All right, I was just looking through my list. The only thing I want to do is wipe my computer desk off. Like my girls will dust, you know, everybody will do their own thing, but I like to get my corners really good. Turn the light on, and then my pull chain fell out, so I have to twist the light bulb. So I'm gonna wipe my desk really good. I have a lot of stuff on my desk. I know some people do their desk and they're so minimal and have nothing on it, but I use everything on my desk all day long. Instead of pulling it out a bunch of times, hey, it just sits out. So I have stuff put away, but everything that I use each day, I put in there. So let me set this up and wipe everything down real good. All right, so everything's on my desk. I think you guys have seen my desk before. I just got this damp a little bit. Wipe off my computer. Because this gets used a lot. And then I have a wireless keyboard. I had a bigger one. It was so big. It was I feel like I have some in my tooth. It was so big, so I actually returned it. Amazon is the best for returns. And I got this mini one. This is awesome. It's a rose gold. I don't even know what the name is. It's just small, but it works. It works fine. So I just didn't like having that huge keyboard because I feel like it's just one more big thing on my desk, and I do not want one more big thing on my desk. So I use my mouse and I use I've always got notes here, all my cards, notes from everything I'm doing, all my little, where I write my scriptures, my Bible, my little pictures from kids at church. And then let me wipe, because it doesn't always get clean back here. Just to get all that dust off. Definitely a used desk. Let's see here, pull this back. And I use all my earbuds. That's what I use on my computer. So there's always cords. And since I'm filming every day, I have my computer plugged in because I use it all day. And I put my laptop on top to help with the eye, because you know you're looking down if you're sitting at a desk all day long. So I put it up on my top shelf here to work. So definitely not the prettiest. It should sit down here, but for the setup I have, I put it up here so that way I'm looking straight at it versus looking down. Get my glasses, because you know that has to be done when you sometimes get older. I'm like, wow, notice that I need my glasses more. So and clean them off. Kids tried them on last night and they're like, why is there smudges on it? I'm like, because touching them. So these cloths are the greatest for this. All right, look at that. Keyboard here. This I keep plugged in because this plugs in my earbuds or my phone. I have cords. I hate cords. Hate them. But I use them all the time. So to pull them out every single time I use it, to me, is a lot more extra work you don't need. So we just keep it on here. All right, glasses. Boom, we're ready. Now that I ate, I'm gonna take all my supplements here. So I've been taking them usually all at once. It just makes me feel so sick because you put them all in your stomach. So I'll try to take some for now, and I'll take a few more this afternoon. All right, I feel like my desk is clean. Look at me. Shut my light off by twisting the light bulb. Shut the light off over here, and then we're gonna go back to the kitchen. All right, got my second one done. The greatest thing about filming is that you have accountability, to you guys to drink this. So, just water. Not my favorite, but it will be. Okay, more for the next one. It's nice. All right, I'm looking go check my laundry. I won't bring you in. Let me go check my dryer. One more thing that I do like to do is get their school out for the week. So I'm gonna get that out real quick so I can separate it and then put it together. All right, came outside for a minute. It's a little chilly today. I'm like, oh my goodness. I hope that with that blue sky means it'll be warmer. We'll just see. So I came out. I do like to keep in my car water and some snacks because you never know. My girl's rubbish, like I'm running off the mountain. So I do have a little compartment in my car here, and it has I keep a bowl for Maxine in there, and I keep water bottles. But the last time we went to see the light show, we took all the waters because we were there for like 5 hours in line. So I'm gonna put a few extra. These will freeze obviously because it's cold, but I make sure that they're not all the way to the top waters. They're not, like one looks like it's a little bit, but these Great Value ones, they don't fill them up all the way. So I will put these in here, let this, so that way we have some water. Just like to keep like 5, and that way, and if we had to share, we could share. And then so that's in there, and then I do have snacks. Sometimes I keep my snacks back here. I have crackers, peanut butter crackers, and granola bars are not gonna freeze solid. So I have that little net thing up front that Lauren got me. I think I'm gonna just put this inside of it. Let me go see if I can do that. I come in the back seat here. The kids unhooked it because they said they were doing the heat. So I just need to rehook it. But this, I think I'll just put it right in here. That way, is that gonna work? Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. This is just gonna go behind this seat. In my glove box, somewhere. I feel like the kids are just gonna eat it. Oh, actually, my door, that's where I can put it. This, I wanna get a trash can that fits in here, probably at the dollar store or some kind of container that's skinny for trash. I'm like, that would be genius to have in here. So let me hook these, and I'll go put those up front. All right, I'm just gonna put this down here, next to Mom. Is that gonna work? Now, read that a little bit better. Okay, my battery died, so I had to get a new one, but I had to take some snacks out and make that fit in there perfectly. I set some on top and zipped it shut. That's a good way to hide snacks so kids aren't eating them in the car. So that's done. All my work is finished. Kids are helping with their stuff. I'm gonna start school. That's gonna take me a few hours. So I'm gonna work on that, and then I'll bring up lunch and show you what we're gonna do for that. Getting ready for lunch, getting stuff done. So I'm gonna make, remember I got the discount store, this pico de gallo stuff. So the lady said this was really good. So I have some leftover tomatoes here, and a couple small ones. I don't know if I'll put these in here or not, along with some onions. I'm just gonna chop those up, that's all I have. I'm gonna put this in there, mix up so we can eat that with chips, and then we're gonna make something fun with some leftover ham. All right, that's some spicy stuff. I was mixing it going, oh, that's a little spicy. Very little bit goes a long way. I think this will be Jensen's new flavoring for everything. Nope. So he says yeah. So I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator. We can have this with chips today. All right, something we're gonna do different is we're gonna do some, we did the little waffle irons with the cinnamon rolls, and that was something fun. I know people do sandwiches on here, so we're gonna do that. I've got a lot of ham lunch meat left over, so we're gonna do that, and I've got a lot of cheese. Shredded, make a sandwich. I just sprayed it and then cook it. We'll see how it tastes. All right, change of plans. I went to use my waffle iron. I'm like, it's not even heating up. So I've had my waffle iron for a long time, like way in the beginning of our marriage. So it's like 20 years old, and it lasted a long time. So I'm gonna have to put on the list Belgian waffle maker for that big giant one, because that was awesome. So we're just gonna cook them over here in the skillet. All right, so did you see those sandwiches burn a little bit? Yes. Whenever you have grilled cheese and you're burning, already take it in the sink with a knife and scrape it, and it'll get most of the crumbs off. And then it's not so burned because life does happen. So this is kids' sandwiches, ham and cheese, and some veggies for lunch. And then I'll pull out the pico de gallo dip. I don't know if they're gonna do that, but we'll see. I'll try that. All right, remember this week when I froze the little leftover rice and beans? I told you I pulled out, put it in a bowl. So that's what I did. I put this in here. I chopped up some sweet potatoes that I had for dinner last week, and then put some of that pico de gallo picky mixture on top. So this is really good. I'm gonna eat this for lunch, and then we're gonna continue with school. Okay, I had to say this lunch is really, really good. Remember, rice and beans, I was gonna pitch it in the trash, and most people would have, but I just took that little bag out, let it thaw. It had a little bit of water there because of the obviously frozenness, and just heated it up in the microwave, put that sweet potato and the hot spicy pepper or tomatoes and onions. It kind of balances it, so the sweet potatoes got a little bit of sweetness that makes it not super spicy. So that was a really good, easy lunch. All right, so we're gonna continue. I got my bowls of these out here, veggies here, that we're just gonna munch on here this afternoon. We're gonna finish up school. We got lots of school to do, so we'll look back in a little bit. All right, it's been a busy day. It's the afternoon at 2 o'clock. Actually, I didn't even finish my water bottle. I'm trying to. I'm gonna mark it off as my third one. So I've literally done 3 of my 8 water bottles today. We're getting there. My list is getting marked off. I'm like, that's okay. Some of it is, some of it's not. And I'm like, am I ever gonna get there? I just sat and did comments. I'm doing school. School takes a long time. School can take a long time, and as you know. So we're getting that done. We're getting the rest. We're getting there. So I'm gonna drink this real quick, fill it back up, and then I've got laundry. I gotta flip another little laundry. If I'm wearing laundry, the girls brought up a basket. I'm like, where did this all come from? So we're getting there. It's almost more water. What I need to do now is dinner. I need to get that going because, you know, people have to eat and stuff. So I'm thinking, I was going through it, I'm like, we have a lot of ham left over, so I'm trying to make up some ham dinners. Tonight I'll show you my ham dinner, and then the rest of the week I'm gonna show you all my week's worth of dinners on Friday. But today I'll do ham skillet, and I think I'll do some that kids have been asking. They love the deviled eggs, loving those, so I think I'll make some hard-boiled eggs, and then I'll chop some up and put them in with some salad, and then have that Vidalia onion dressing with it, because that was really good. So I think I might do that today. I know I'm gonna do that today, and then I'll pull out some vegetables with it. Just easy. So I'm gonna get some pot of water boiling and cook a little bit of the ham. I'll show you how I'm gonna do it. So first, let's get a pot, fill up with water, get the pressure cooker out, and do some hard-boiled eggs. So we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there on 3 little glasses of water. Put them in your pressure cooker. Real simple. All right, do you ever make a recipe so many times and you've like changed it your own way a gazillion times that you don't even know what the original recipe is? Oh, that happens to me. We've made this so many times because we've had it so much, but I think like over the years it's like, oh, I'm out of that. Oh, let's just substitute that. So we do that. So I was just looking, I'm like, let me Google real quick this recipe, you know, so I kind of give you like the right one to do. So this is, they call it pretty penne pasta. Penne, is that how you say it? Pretty penne ham skillet. Basically, you're cooking, hold on 1 second. I was like, I heard that sizzling, so all I do is open it back up and push it back on. But, okay, so you're gonna do a package of 16 ounces of penne pasta. And then over here in your little skillet, you can do this the exact way, but I just do it all with water. They take and they saute in olive oil and butter 3 cups of cubed ham and a red pepper, onion, and garlic. You can do that first if you want that extra stuff. Maybe it tastes better, I don't know. And then what you do is you add a can of chicken broth into it, and then you add half a teaspoon 1 teaspoon of basil and oregano, and then also a tablespoon of lemon juice. Did I say garlic? They had parsley. I don't think I've ever read of parsley. So me, forget sauteing all that. I just add water, like chicken broth. So I just use water and chicken bouillon. And I put my ham in here, and I put dried onion, garlic, basil, and oregano in it. To me, taste is fine. You can add the other stuff. That's fine. And then the key is the lemon juice. The lemon juice makes it like a little bit. It's got that little bit of a like bite, not bite into it, just a little bit, like a, you know, the little tartness, whatever lemon has in there, sour, tart, that whatever you want to call it. And then what you do is you boil your pasta, and then when this is done, you just add this liquid pressure cooker. Add this to this little water mixture. As long as it's boiling, it's kind of cooking that ham. It's already cooked. It just heats it up really good, makes it soft. Mix it all together, and then when you go to serve it, you add Parmesan cheese. It's simple. You can put the Parmesan cheese beforehand, but what happens is it gets, you know, sticky and all that stuff, so you just add it when you serve it. But this is a really, we've been making a ham skillet since the beginning of time is what we've been doing. So I'm just gonna wait for the pasta to boil, and then we'll just put it all together. So super simple. My dinner is over here, so what I'm going to do, if you want to watch how this all turns out, which it's pretty much like this on Friday, I'll do all my ham dinners, but this is what it looks like right here. So if it gets too dry and it absorbs too much liquid, just mix up a little bit of chicken broth and pour it in there. That'll be completely fine. So I will add Parmesan cheese to this when I go to serve it, and I'm going to take some leafy lettuce, chop up some eggs on it, and have my Vidalia onion dressing on it tonight. So we're going to do that, and I think that we'll have some, we'll do carrots, because I've got a lot of carrots right here, carrot sticks right here, you know, right there for dinner. We're gonna do that, and we're focusing on oranges or clementines, whatever these tiny ones are. So we've got a lot of those to eat up, so I'm like, let's focus on eating those. Water, not doing very good in water today. I've done 3 out of 8. Oh, the kids are screaming. I haven't even done half of it, so I'm gonna try to drink more of this while I'm working over there, but I'm gonna go sit up and listen to my kids. My boys are outside playing. They're just running around wild. So it's actually, it's not too bad out, but not enough to get me outside, I don't think. So I'm going to go sit on my desk now and see what I can get accomplished. All right, so I came over to my desk here. I'm like, I'm thinking that I'm going to stop filming for the day because it's already getting closer to dinner time. I still have to edit today. My list is almost there. Things like thumbnails, and I had think deep cleaning, but I'm not gonna think deep cleaning today because it's just not a good day to do any deep cleaning, and that's okay. But guess what? There's a whole other days this week that I can focus on that, but this is gonna be it for me. So I think I'm gonna close this. So hopefully you got some good motivation to get some things done in your home, and that's okay if you didn't. If you failed like I did, you know, on your drinking today. My boys are outside being crazy wild right now. That's okay, they're boys. But I will focus on drinking this when I'm sitting here working, try to drink 1 more down and then drink another one. And then, hey, if I can color off 5 of the 8, that's better than 1 or 2, right? Just do what you can do. That's the key. So I'm gonna go. So I hope you enjoyed today's video and hopefully got some motivation to get some things done. So you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'm gonna see you guys again tomorrow for another video. So for those of you that want to stick around, we're gonna go read our book of Psalms so we can get our little daily motivation for the day. So for the rest of you, I will see you tomorrow. All right, bye. Psalm 16. Keep and protect me, O God, for in you I have placed my trust and found refuge. I said to the Lord, you are my Lord. I have no good besides you. As for the saints, godly people who are in the land, they are majestic, and the noble and the excellent ones in whom is all my delight. The sorrows, pain, and suffering of those who have chosen another God will be multiplied because of their idolatry. I will not pour out their drink offerings of blood, nor will I take their names upon my lips. The Lord is the portion of my inheritance, my cup. He is all I need. You support my lot.
The boundary lines of the land have fallen for me in pleasant places. Indeed, my heritage is beautiful to me. I will bless the Lord who has counseled me. Indeed, my mind instructs me in the night. I have set the Lord continually before me. Because he is at my right hand, I will not be shaken. Therefore, my heart is glad and my glory, my innermost self rejoices. My body too will dwell confidently in safety, for you will not abandon me to Sheol, the netherworld, the place of the dead. Nor will you allow your Holy One to undergo decay. You will show me the path of life. In your presence is fullness of joy. In your right hand there are pleasures forevermore. All right, have a blessed day. Bye.